Is it rolling, Bob? Welcome to What's the Matter With? We scour the web to find the best funny or weird news stories. We read them to each other, unrehearsed. I'm Eddie Vegas, and my co-host is Warden of Chaos. Welcome to What's the Matter With? I'm Eddie Vegas.
And I'm Warden of Chaos.
Warden.
Yes, Eddie.
Oh my God, it's our first broadcast.
Isn't it great?
I am so excited.
I feel so good to be here.
I'm practically glad that it's over with. We did it. We got here.
Oh, look at us now.
I know.
Look at us.
So let's tell the viewers a little bit about our format here. We've found ourselves some funny and weird stories on the internet, and we're going to read them to each other. But I have no idea what Warden's going to say to me, and Warden has no idea what I'm going to say to her.
It is a complete surprise to each other, and the more goofy the reaction is kind of expected.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. If not, it'll fall flat, and
One can hope.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go first?
By all means, please.
All right. What's the matter with Florida?
Ugh, tell me about it.
Come on, it had to be Florida for the first one.
Had to be. What did you find?
Oh my God, here we go.
Yep.
Florida man tries to flee deputies on a riding lawnmower.
Okay.
Dateline, Crestview, Florida, AP. Florida deputies used a taser to stop a man who tried to avoid arrest by fleeing on a riding lawnmower on Saturday.
So what I'm hearing from you right there, if I could just stop you for a second, is the riding mower was so slow that they were able to catch up with him on foot.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That guy should have got a better riding lawnmower. He should have got the John Deere XR55. It had 10 more horsepower. He could have got away. That's an example for you. Never go cheap with your lawnmower. So.
Oh, perfect. So what ended up happening?
The Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office said it was trying to serve arrest warrants on the 40-year-old man and found him on the mower in a backyard. They shouted at him to stop and get on the ground when he tried to escape on the mower.
He would have had a better chance if he got off the mower and started running.
Too lazy, I guess, really. Once again, he should have bought a better lawnmower.
Better lawnmower. Yeah, don't cheap out, guys.
Deputies chased him on foot before using the taser. When he was finally caught, deputies found him with a revolver, a handcuff key, and a pipe with methamphetamine residue.
Oh dear.
So now this is the climax here.
Right.
He is facing charges of grand theft of a vehicle, felony criminal mischief, 2 counts of resisting an officer, possession of a concealed weapon by a convicted felon, carrying a concealed handcuff key, possession of drug paraphernalia, felony failure, and other counts.
Jeepers creepers. This guy's really in it for the long haul, I feel, in the big house.
You think he's going to get out of jail there, Warden?
You think so? I don't know. It doesn't look good for him.
It doesn't look good.
He might volunteer for yard duty. I feel like he's got a calling for his future, at least in jail.
He can mow the lawn at the prison, probably.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, Warden, it's your turn. What do you got?
All right, Eddie. So, what's the matter with Atlanta?
Wait a minute, Atlanta, Georgia?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Hit me, baby.
All right, so Too much mayonnaise. Subway worker shot to death after sandwich argument.
For too much mayonnaise, huh?
That's right. So a fight over how much mayonnaise is too much has ended in the death of a Subway worker in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Police
Oh my
have
God.
confirmed. Yep.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God. Over mayonnaise.
Over too much mayo. According to WBRZ in Atlanta, a customer shot 2 Subway workers after a complaint about his sandwich on Sunday evening. Officers with the Atlanta Police Department responded to Circle K gas station at 6:30 after receiving a call that a person had been shot.
Wait a minute, I got to
found
stop there. They responded to the Circle K gas station. That's where the too much mayonnaise was going on.
Yes, I guess it was one of those subways that are connected to
the
something
Circle
else.
K gas station.
Yes.
Okay, hit me. Go ahead.
Yes. They found that 2 female employees inside the neighboring subway had been shot. One of the employees, 26 years old, had died at the scene, while the other, 24 years old, had been rushed to the hospital. And believe it or not, it was all about too much mayonnaise on his sandwich, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Man. Is that it?
Yep. Willie Glenn, the owner of the store, told Fox 5 he decided to escalate the situation from there, and that's when all hell broke loose.
Of course, he told it to Fox 5.
Yes.
Fox 5 on the scene here with the mayonnaise scandal.
So a 36-year-old suspect who wasn't named was later arrested in connection with the shooting. And that is it.
Oh, my God.
We have no more information so far. We will follow up in the future, hopefully, to find out if this man has been brought to justice for bringing out a gun over too much mayo.
Fox 5 on the scene. We will continue to investigate.
Back to you, Eddie.
Back to you. No, but I guess, I don't know, like the moral is, how are people freaking out so much over such a little dinky shit?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, man. I'm so patient with people whenever I go places, and it's because they deserve that.
Exactly.
They're there. They showed up to work. They're there serving the public in different ways. In this case, making sandwiches. It blows my mind that someone would think to pull out a gun and shoot anybody, let alone accost anybody verbally. You know what I mean?
Or, like the usual shit, it'd be like, be rude to them. Well, obviously you don't know how to make a sandwich because look at all this mayonnaise on this thing. You know?
Exactly.
And then ruin the guy's day. Ruin the poor worker's day. I mean, that's already bad, Mm-hmm. But, I mean, that plus the entitlement plus the guns. It's just a shame. It's just a fucking shame.
It really is.
All right, my turn. Let's make this bitch rock.
All right, Eddie. Hit me with it.
All right. What's the matter with England?
Oh. What's the matter with England?
All right, get ready. Education minister responds after giving the finger to voters. The education minister, who was heavily criticized for giving members of the public the finger outside Downing Street, has defended her actions.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she defended her actions. So, all
right. Well, why did she give everybody the finger?
Actually, that they don't say that in the story. But we'll look at it at the end. Anyway, Andrea Jenkins was filmed giving a one-fingered salute to the gathered throng in Westminster as she left following Boris Johnson's resignation speech on Thursday, 7th of July. She also shouted at the crowd, telling them that he who laughs last laughs loudest. Wait and see, wait and see. Now she's doubled down, claiming that she reached the end of her tether with the baying mob gathered outside the Prime Minister's residence. Now, I just want to stop here because I want to do my shitty English accent and my snobby. I've reached the end of my tether. with the baying mob that has gathered outside the Prime Minister's residence. Her statement read, "On Thursday afternoon, I went to Downing Street to watch the Prime Minister's resignation speech. A baying mob outside the gates were inviting MPs on their way in, as to sadly all too common." Man, these bitches, man. Anyway, after receiving huge amounts of abuse from some of the people who were there over the years, I have also had 7 death threats in the last 4 years, 2 of which have been in recent weeks and are currently being investigated by the police. I had reached the end of my tether. I responded and stood up for myself. Just why should anyone have to put up with this kind of treatment, I say? She concluded, "I should have shown more composure, but I am only human."
Okay. So it's not like she got cut off in traffic, right?
Okay, so
She
anyway,
knew-
here's what I think. Is like, you know, politicians, like everywhere, they're not doing
Sure.
a good job for the people.
Sure.
You know? And it's just
I
like
agree.
fucking everywhere, and politicians are out for power and money, and they're
Yes.
not doing a good job, and they're not helping people, and they don't fucking give a shit. And it's just, I mean, I don't know, Andrea Jenkins, maybe she's, you know, maybe she has some policies that people don't like. Know what I mean?
It's true. We don't know what's going on in her life, and for that we can have a little bit of compassion. However, when you know the cameras are on you and you're at a media presence, it only makes sense to be on your best behavior.
Well, yeah.
And if you need to respond to something, words always work. I mean, well, in some cases.
But no, but here's the thing: is like these people don't like. I'm sure this chick had security around her. She didn't have to worry about any, you know, baying mob. You know,
No,
she didn't
I
have to
know.
worry about any
Yes.
baying mob touching her or affecting her in any way or anything like that.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
if she doesn't want a baying mob, we'll like have better policies. You know, people people, they're frustrated. Well, let's just assume the people in England, they don't like the policies, or they're frustrated with the education minister for some reason, and they have no other way besides voting of expressing their, you know, their discontent, except going, you know, to prime minister and going like, you know, you suck.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I completely understand. And
and-
in no way am I condoning any death threats or
Oh, no.
or anything like that from the public. I think that is very wrong, and you should not speak to people that
Oh,
way.
absolutely. Oh, no.
In power or otherwise.
That was not, you know, that was kind of like in the story, but that was really not the point of my thing. It's like, if you're a public figure and you've got a baying mob, you know, that's yelling at you while you're, you know, and there's the cameras are running, like you say, or something like that, do better policies. Make better, make people think, I think Andrea Jenkins is doing a great job. And if I saw her, I would shake her hand and say, well done.
Yes.
You know, that's how you get rid of the baying mob, is by doing, you know, better than
Doing
what you're
right
doing.
by the people, because you are elected by the people to work on behalf of them
That's right.
at the end of the day, right?
Okay, I'm done. It's your turn.
It's my turn. All right. Well, what's the matter with Brantford, Ontario?
Wait a minute, where?
Brantford, Ontario is a town in the province of Ontario in Canada.
Okay. I'll run with that. Yep.
Man allegedly uses diaper box to create fake license plates
Okay.
in Brantford, Ontario.
Okay, hit me, baby. Hit me.
Okay. So a Brantford, Ontario man's arts and crafts project got himself into some hot water with the law recently, according to Brant County OPP. They say he allegedly used diaper boxes to create fake license plates.
Come on. Wait a minute. Wait. So, okay, keep going.
Okay. Police say they boxed in the unwasteful bandit In Paris, Ontario, on January 7th, at 10:30 a.m. On Twitter, they provided pictures of the homemade plates, while also saying the driver realized his error and it was time to change things up. A 37-year-old is facing several charges, including driving without legal plates or a license, as well as driving while suspended.
He's getting off a lot lighter than that guy on the lawnmower.
I agree with you. I agree with you. There's no meth pipe here. He didn't, try to evade the cops or anything. So here's
my question though. He's using diaper boxes to make fake license plates.
Yes. So diaper boxes,
yes,
they are made of very strong cardboard.
Okay.
And typically are waterproof because it contains diapers.
Right.
You don't want moisture to get in there.
Right.
So it's actually excellent material for making something weatherproof.
I was thinking while you're reading this story, I'm thinking like, wait a minute, maybe there's a design on the top of the diaper box that resembles the license plate of Ontario or something. That's really
nothing. No, absolutely not.
So
absolutely
he drew it by hand then.
He drew it by hand. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Artistic people, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
All right.
He's facing a few charges. He's going to turn his life around. He'll be okay.
Yeah, and he'll have a new lawnmower when he gets out. All right, my turn.
Okay, sounds good.
Let me see what I got. Oh, my God. I've got the grand finale here. For me, anyway.
I can't wait.
What's the matter with Bob Salem?
I've never heard of that place before. Where is that?
It's not a place. It's a dude.
Oh, who's this?
I've shaken up the paradigm, Warden.
Yes, you have.
I've blown your mind, haven't I?
You have. I'm waiting at the edge of my seat.
Yes, you should be, because this is a doozy.
All right, let's hear it.
Man,
Bob Salem, you said?
A man from the USA has broken a very strange record by becoming the fastest man ever to push a peanut up a mountain using his nose.
What?
Should I repeat that?
You know what? Go right ahead. It would be great.
A man from the USA has broken a very strange record by becoming the fastest man ever to push a peanut up a mountain using his nose.
Okay.
It gets better.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know how it can get better.
You might think that record would also make him the only man to push a peanut up a mountain with his schnoz. But strangely, you'd be wrong.
Oh my goodness.
53-year-old Bob Salem is actually the fourth person to attempt this left field feat of endurance, and it took him a whole day less than the previous record to complete his task. So he broke the old record, Warden.
Okay.
He broke the old record by a day.
I'd love to know, did they all use the same mountain? Did they all use the same size
They
peanut?
did indeed. Salem arrived at the top of Pikes Peak in Colorado on Friday morning, finishing his efforts after a full 7 days. However, the previous record was 8 days, meaning he's now the record holder. Something he's understandably pretty chuffed about. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Seriously, you can get the chicks this way. Hey, baby, I pushed a peanut. Okay, anyway, come on. Let's get our shit together here.
So do you realize that I just did a quick search here. Pikes Peak is 5,530 feet.
And that's straight up. Remember, It goes like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. For the cars to get up there.
And then the elevation is over 14,000 feet.
Yep. Well, he did it.
That's. You know what? Congratulations to him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Explaining his technique, Salem said that he had to do much of the work at night in order to avoid the blistering heat and the many distractions on the mountain. He said, when I did it in the daylight, I'd have to stop every 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and take some pictures, talk to some people, and do that, all that kind of stuff. So it kind of dragged on the trip a little. Over the course of the week, he reckons that he got through about 24 peanuts. So apparently you can replace the peanut as long as it's still whole. You know, you can just get like a planter's thing. Simply because some of them would fall through cracks in the rocks and be unretrievable.
Oh, that is tricky with little peanuts like that.
I would imagine, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The idea had been that he'd have someone on hand besides him with a backpack and some supplies, so he'd get like an assistant. Yeah, buddy, go. Come on, you can do it.
Well, you wouldn't want to do something like this by yourself. Imagine just being by yourself and doing this.
He did it.
Goodness gracious.
He goes, but that didn't happen in the end, and Salem embarked on a solo mission. He'd hike a bit up the trail with his stuff, then dump it down and head back down before making his way up, shoving the peanut up the mountain with his conch. With his conch.
Good for him.
I think I stole this from an English website or something like that, with his conch. I love that. Along the way, he subsisted on a diet of peanuts. Obviously.
Right, of course. I was thinking that. Well, I mean, he's got a huge supply, but as long as he doesn't eat them all, then he'll have enough to push them up the mountain. And
you can imagine, just picture the guy. He's like on all fours.
Yes.
And he's got his head is like basically touching the ground, and he's shoving that fucking peanut.
Yep. With his nose.
With his conch. With his conch.
With his conch.
Along the way, oh yeah, okay, I already read that. Along the way, he subsisted on a diet of peanuts as well as crackers, Pop-Tarts, and get this, an old can of survival food from 1964. And
it's not bad enough that he's on all fours shoving a peanut up the mountain with his nose. He's got to crack open some 1964 survival food. Okay.
That's apparently that's the key to competitive peanut pushing. Anyway, as he arrived at the top of the mountain, there was a representative of the city of Manitou Springs on hand to present him with a jewelry box for his final peanut.
Oh my goodness.
Salem was also presented with 2 plaques commemorating his effort.
No.
Not 1 plaque, but 2 plaques.
Jeepers creepers.
And the story ends, well done, Bob. Definitely one to tell the grandkids about.
Oh my goodness. This is just silly. I love it. I love it so much.
That's some crazy, huh?
But I do want to let everybody know that we still haven't cured cancer. But hey, there's a guy that pushed a peanut up a mountain with his nose.
You know, Warden, the last thing I want to say about this is, I watch a lot of NFL football. And
yes,
on NFL football, there's always a guy in the stands, and he's got those fucking shoulder pads with spikes sticking out of them. And he's in like full makeup, and he's got all the necklaces and team paraphernalia, And sometimes when they show that guy, I go, is that guy real? Like you think like the way they explain in this thing how like all the details, he needed a partner but he didn't get one, and he had to change the peanut, and he survived on this and everything like that. I'm thinking, who's this guy? Like, is he a dentist or is he a real estate agent? That like
for a living is what you're thinking?
Like, just that's fucking crazy shit that what you're doing, and plus like the season ticket in the front row, that's not cheap. He's got to go to all the away games. That's not cheap. There's somebody who's like, he's the guy who's got the mascotty look. And man, there's a lot of infrastructure that's attached to that guy,
Absolutely. I mean, it's guys like that, fans like that who keep the sports in business. Without fans like him, they would be out of business and they wouldn't have a team. So,
well, I don't know, man. Seriously, you got to have something better to do. I'd rather do nothing than go around dressed up with shoulder pads with spikes sticking out of them. I'm sorry. Okay, your turn.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, Eddie,
Yes.
I don't know if I can top the peanut story, but what is the matter? Sorry, let me try that again. What's the matter with Nova Scotia?
Okay, I've heard of that.
Nova Scotia, Canada.
Yep.
RCMP reminds Nova Scotians to lock their doors after a pair enter the wrong home and clean it.
Wait, they entered the wrong home and then they cleaned it?
Correct.
Okay.
RCMP reminding Nova Scotians to lock their doors after investigating a report of suspicious activity in the Nova Scotia area involving a conspicuously clean home. RCMP say just before 3 p.m., officers responded to a complaint that there were two suspicious women in a home. The Mounties were called by the homeowner, who was not home at the time. The homeowner had been contacted by a concerned neighbor after the two women were observed in the home with a vacuum cleaner and mop.
Oh, yeah, okay. Those are dangerous weapons, you know.
Police later determined that the house was left unlocked in order for the neighbor to walk the owner's dog while the owner was away.
Right.
Instead, the two women showed up, cleaned the house, and left without knowing that they had the wrong address.
Oh, my God. So,
although the house was cleaned for free, the RCMP would like to take this opportunity to remind homeowners to ensure that their doors are locked at all times.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Seriously, man, I'd be happy. I wish somebody would make that mistake chez moi. I'm telling you,
I agree.
I could use a free cleaning, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I would not complain. That I might leave my door unlocked just in case someone gets
Exactly.
the wrong address.
Well, there's always the Mounties, you know, they protecting.
I can't believe they called in the Mounties.
They called the Mounties.
They called the Mounties.
Oh my God.
Going up on their horses. No, I'm just kidding.
My God. Oh my God. Well, that's some pretty good work we did.
I think so too.
So that's all the time we have for?
Sure.
Okay. So before we say thank you, good night, I want to ask a small favor of our faithful viewers that have kind of come here from Twitch and that know us from Twitch. And if we could ask you guys to take some positive action in the coming days by sending an email, by tweeting, by liking, by retweeting, by, I don't know, what do they do, Warden, over there on TikTok?
They share. They share with their friends, their family.
Yeah, see, that's what we want.
Yes.
That's what we want. We want you to Instagram your TikTok to ICQ and send it via CompuServe Go. That's what we want. Really,
what he's trying to say, folks, is if you could share with your friends and family, like, subscribe, all those great things.
That's it. That's what I meant to say, but I'm too old.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Well, Warden, that was a great first episode, and I think it's time to say thank you, good night, don't you?
I do think so.
Well,
I do think so, and I appreciate the invitation. I'd like to add just quickly, if there's a story out there that you find that you would like featured on our podcast, please, by all means, send it to our email, and maybe your story will get featured on our next episode.
Or join the Discord, which I guess we will put the address somewhere.
Or join our Discord.
Yeah, for example. Okay.
For example.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
This has been What's the Matter With? Your co-hosts were Eddie Vegas and Warden of Chaos. All rights reserved. Theme music by Eddie Vegas. Hey, thanks for listening. See you next week.